Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear today. We've got a good show lined up. You know, yesterday I promised we'd have a guest today of someone you're really going to enjoy seeing again, but it didn't work out. They had some things come up, so we're going to do another solo. I love doing the show by myself. I love doing the show with guests, so you figure out the rest of it. Let's take a look at our weather. We're looking at another hot day, but not as hot as it's been. You know, like yesterday, we're getting these thunderstorms coming through and cooling things down. And the high today is going to be 86 and low 74. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning up in Southport. The end of the pier, the Gulf water temperature is just like yesterday, 86.4. The river reading is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. Get out in that car and look at those wildflowers with air conditioning on, but get out anyway. That place called Bluntstown, 2.3, a steady drop. We're getting ready for a big July 4th weekend. Choctahatchee at Caryville, a 3.1. Both rivers are low, and it's going to be when it's low like that, like we talked about it yesterday, you just want to get in those channels and stay in those channels if you don't know the area well. Some of y'all know the rivers and creeks like the back of your hand, and you can get in and out without any problem, but always be aware. The snakes sort of get concentrated when you get up in those sloughs. If you've been on a big river or the Choctahatchee, you know what I'm talking about. They're looking for water. Animals are really looking for water. And again, I can just read from the bird activity in my yard. You know, when it gets dry, how more of them come to the bird bath and get water. And when it's a lot of rain, you don't see them as much. It's just that's nature in itself. So in those creeks and those sloughs, those little water streams and all, they're going to be full of snakes. And that's going to be just something to be on the lookout for. Take a look at our tide chart. Good tides today, brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. High tide is at 10:46 this morning. It's going out till about 9:51 tonight. And the wind's coming out of the southeast at about 8. That's our outdoor weather for today. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Got some cool pictures here. I'm going to say cool. This is really cool because we're in a cool place. This is our buddy, Rusty Russell. Remember, he comes on our show at least once a year with the Crime Stoppers, the gun giveaway. His wife, Cynthia, took this picture, and Jeff and I were just looking at it. He and I both wish we were up there. That's Jeff's favorite kind of fishing right there. So Rusty Russell up there in one of those mountain streams, and if that don't give you the fever to head up that way, I don't know what will. He's got his shoes on. I'll maybe get back in touch with him when he gets back to the house and see what he did. Look, this is Ricky Ramey posted this with Lynn Haven Police, but sharing it. I've seen it posted all over, but this is a new state law. What they're doing, this is a state law we used to have, but starting July 1st, which is tomorrow, by law. Okay, here's how it reads, okay. Starting July 1st, 2022, Florida State Statute will once again, we've had it before, become enforceable. It means you will have to listen to your vehicle radio at a volume that is not plainly audible at a distance of 25 feet or more. So that's interesting. So I've seen several people post this. I don't know if it made the news and all, but it's going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do about boats. It's not too bad. Chris Walden, my man, with his son Lucas, caught his first fish. Look at that big old smile on his face. Good job. Fun. Okay. How many of y'all identify with this? The main function of your little toe is making sure all the furniture in the house is in the right place. And I think all of us can identify with that. Mike McGraw sent this. My oldest son Daniel caught this Sunday afternoon puddle hopping, just jumping puddle. It hit a topwater, and it was a roadside spot in let's see, he was in Houston County, Alabama. Okay, so anyway, that's a bowfin. In fact, he went back and he puddle jumping, and there was a lot of fun to catch, especially on topwater, a bowfin. We'll talk more about those tomorrow at the fishing report. And we talked about the frozen fish and not being. And Mike sent this. On the fish never frozen, an example is Publix. They get a specific amount of salmon thrown in several days per week. This is according to people who work there. So I think that's what happened with the fish I was showing. That was, okay. Caleb Pitts, Matt Thurlow at Lake Seminole. They're not at Lake Seminole, okay? They're just throwing people off. But anyway, the flounder, these boys now, they've been doing it their whole life, and they know where to go, when to go, and what to take. So this is some veteran flounder guys out. But it's a good sign that there are, summertime floundering is strong here in the Florida Panhandle, Choctawhatchee Bay and all through the area, okay? Terry over at Blue Water Outriggers, hey coach, caught dinner, then did some catch and release. Water levels were very low in my creek, and Terry lives on one of the feeder creeks that goes in a big river, but that's where you do it. Catch 5 or 6 to eat that night and let the rest of them go. Go catch them again tomorrow if you want to, but good job. Terry's a fine fisherman. He works a weekend at Blue Water Outriggers. This is interesting. Liberty County Boosters. We filmed this last year. The second annual bass tournament coming up July 16th at the Bristol Boat Landing. And the money goes to help fund the Bulldog Booster Club, different things they do. And we'll sure, if we're around, we'd like to go over there and see it. First place, $1,000. And then 15 and under youth prizes. That's a good tournament right there at the Bristol Boat Landing. Good job, Liberty County Anglers. MBARA, this is amazing. They first thought this, they wasn't sure what it was. Folks, that is a 100-pound wahoo from off the shores of Mexico Beach. That's a 100-pound wahoo, all right? That is huge, that off Mexico Beach. Okay, Will Nelson with the local bass club tournament this coming Saturday at the river in Ebro at the Highway 20 bridge, $100 per boat. $20 for big fish, safe flight to 2 o'clock. It don't come any simpler than that. Just a simple bass tournament, and you can have a good time fishing out there. Thank you. Will Nelson does a good job with his promotion there. One more picture. This is on the Panama City fishing page, and I don't know. This is Michael Graham posted it. Beautiful animal, but raw power. It's a 7-foot, 350 pounds, and it was caught from shore. Okay. And I'm still, anyway, Michael, I was reading the post, he said he caught a deep water point. I show that to you about every Friday right inside the pass there on a Penn 6500, 10-foot surf rod, 50-pound braid. It ate half a ladyfish. And somebody asked him how it felt. They said it was a solid 45-minute fight, 15 to 20 runs, jumping 150 yards at a time. And that's just interesting. Y'all know Michael Graham. I'd like to get him on the show to talk about that. That's an unusual catch right there at Deepwater Point. That's inside the jetties, and 300 pounds, that's really big. So, but he released him. He said only kept him out about a minute or two, just take a picture and pushed him back out. So he's out there if you want to go catch him Saturday morning. He'll be there. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us. I've been hearing something about the amberjack rule is being changed or something, or a lot of times you hear stuff and you sort of have to go look it up. So I just want to share it with you. I did look it up, and here's what's going on. I'll show you basically what the page. I'm not going to expect you to read the whole page, but it's the Gulf of Mexico, the Fishery Management Council, and here's the heading here. Okay, and it was June 27th, so a couple days ago, they released this. So it goes on in. Basically what they're saying, it's an emergency rule. Okay, basically, to put it in a nutshell, what's going on, the recreational segment of the fisheries, when they do the survey of the catches, we're way ahead of what we should be catching. In other words, we're catching a lot more amberjack than we should be, or what they anticipated. So they're going to finish the survey this fall and accumulate all of the information. And it looks like, just reading between the lines, the next year will be closed. Amberjack fishing will be closed for next year because they're saying it's being over-harvested, and that's according to their research and all. And they do a lot of research. So that's going to be interesting to follow. and locally talk to some of the captains and all to see what's going on. But just be aware of that. That's from the Gulf Coast Fisheries organization. Okay, now let's jump from fishing into just some things that just happened. This is a video from around my house. You know how we like these bird nests and all. This is a mockingbird nest, and it was filmed over a couple of days. But it's really interesting where the mom and dad mockingbird, the parents of you see the egg first, and then you'll see a snake around a little pond, and those parent birds are just flying in and trying to scare that snake away. It's just really something like you see on National Geographic or the Discovery Channel. And then at the end, the birds hatch out. You'll see all of it, and the storm comes through, and I try to protect the birds and all that. So you're going to enjoy this little video. Jeff, let's roll it. Welcome back. Hope you enjoy that. Isn't it amazing? That's just real nature, no action required other than just what's going on in nature. So it was not planned. We just were able to get that on video. Gail did a great job with it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let's take a look at our fishing game times brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 12:44 to 2:44 this morning, but right after lunch, 1:09 to 3:09. Okay, now I've got this picture to show you, but I don't want to sort of tell you a story behind it because it's just fascinating to me. I haven't used that word in a while. This past Tuesday night, I was one of the guests at the Bay Education Foundation, honoring their students throughout Bay County who've graduated and going on to college. A big group of them, and then a group that's coming in of ninth graders. It was a mentor program and mentee, and I was there on behalf of the school board, and I was honored. They asked me to do the invocation, and I just love doing that. But the table we were sitting at, you always, when you go to a function like that, it was at a shrimp boat restaurant, first of all, and you know how I love St. Andrew, and how I love food and the shrimp boat, and it's all tied together. Then I'm at a table, and you always meet new people, and I just love meeting new people. And okay, so the family, let's show the picture and come back to the picture. Here's the picture here, okay? All right, now, on the left, that's the dad, Sang Nguyen, okay? And then in the middle, his daughter was being honored, Emma Ben-Hee Nguyen, okay? Now, here's the story behind it. We were talking, and you know, all kinds of conversation going on the table of 8. But anyway, bottom line, I found out what's the common denominator of outdoorsmen talking about outdoors? Fishing. So we started, and he loved fishing, okay? So Emma, he said, and I didn't get to speak too much to the wife because she was on the other side, but she was just there smiling and nodding her head because she loved it too. Emma is going to the Gulf Coast, but her middle name is Ocean. Her older sister, her middle name is River. Okay, it's in Vietnamese, but that's what it means in Vietnamese. Emma Ben-Hee Nguyen, Ocean, and then Melody Lee Nguyen and River. And he said that's because he loved fishing, and from the culture in Vietnam, you know, that's what they do. They fish so much and all. He said his dad, his grandparents, and they fish their whole lives, and he just absolutely loved fishing. I said any man that would name their, you know, their daughter after, you know, was a passion or something he loved, I have admiration for. And I said, he said he joked a lot of people said, you see, let's show the picture again. You see Emma. Emma's a small girl, and her nickname, her middle name's Ocean. I said, okay. The oldest daughter, he named her River. I said, and why did you name the oldest daughter River? And because Emma is a small girl, she's Ocean. And he said, very good question. I named the oldest daughter River because out of the mountains and Vietnam and all, the river goes, and that was the first. It first becomes a river, and then it flows into the ocean. And I thought, that's good. That is so good, Sang. So, Sang Nguyen, good talking to you, and we had a great night visiting with you and your family, and you have a wonderful family. And he's going to send me some pictures. He took her out in the kayak, and she caught 2 mahi. The little girl like that caught 2 mahi. So, anyway, you see the common denominator we all have is when it comes to outdoors and fishing and things like that, talking to people, and we just had a grand time. So I wanted to share that with you. I knew you'd appreciate that. Okay, we've got to wrap it up. Tomorrow will be today's last day of June, so tomorrow will be giving away some seafood, all right? Y'all have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.